Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is called Kaiju Gus. You can call me Gus. And on this channel, I'm going to be talking about gaming content, ideas, theories, and also movies and TV shows as well, but mainly more gaming than anything. And for today's video, I'm going to be talking about Need for Speed and what I would do for a Need for Speed title. So if you like what you hear today, please subscribe and like the video, share it with your friends, and here we go. So I'm going to start with a story for this game. I think the narrative for Need for Speed games have been very, very weak. Need for Speed in general just been on a decline um, for a long time now. And, Need for Speed Unbound, which came out in 2022, it wasn't that great. I mean, I played it. It was all right. It wasn't too bad, but they need a win. With Forza killing the competition and other IPs coming out for racing, Need for Speed is being left in the dust. I mean, they are working on a game, but we don't know what it is. It's up and down with studios. So yeah, it really needs a win, especially how great they were back in the days. 2005 Most Wanted was my game, and I loved that. Produced one of the most iconic cars in the franchise. 2005 M3 GTR, and you look at that car, you know what game it's from. So the story for my Need for Speed game is going to be about a upcoming racer who's looking to beat the record set by a mysterious racer. Now, the mysterious racer is a racer who's not been seen in the racing community or in the city for a while, and will only show themselves once someone beats their records, their times, and someone who basically climbs to the very top to basically be a worthy challenger, a worthy opponent for them. So that is the basic plot. And the plot for the mysterious racer will be as follows. It's going to be a mechanic and his girlfriend. And his girlfriend has dreams of becoming the best racer in the city. And this mechanic, who loves his girlfriend so much, or very much, basically wants to see her fulfill her dreams. So he builds her the cover car for the game. And it will be the icon car as well of the game as well. Not sure what car it would be, but maybe a muscle car, maybe it's, I don't know, but something unique like the M3 GTR. And during one of the races, the girlfriend ends up getting into an accident, a horrible car accident, and she dies from it, and the car is utterly destroyed. So, a year after the girlfriend's death, the icon car shows back up, and the racers and the spectators of the city vaguely remember the car because the girlfriend wasn't that much of a great racer, but was good enough, not winning first place or anything like that every single time, but was winning a few races here and there. And then this mysterious racer wins all the races in the city, and then becoming number one, ranking through each division, climbing his way to the very top, setting the fastest times, and then he disappears. No one, never to be seen again. And no other racer in the city comes close to the times that he's set, or being able to come close to becoming the top of the divisions. And then I would also add as well that there's rumors and rumblings of the mysterious racer racing against the blacklist number one racer, but no one knows who won that race. I really like the blacklist racer number one, and he's obviously been kind of shows up or teased in other games, so I kind of want to continue that going forward. So eventually, our character will in all the races become number one in every division, and the mysterious racer will challenge our character. Our character beats the mysterious racer. The mysterious racer reveals his identity to be the mechanic. obviously we get his backstory. He will tell him the backstory to our character, to the upcoming racer, and he'll explain why he raced. And it's going to be his pain and his loss for his girlfriend and fulfilling her dream of becoming the best racer. So he kept that dream alive by being the best racer in the sea. But after a while, he too has his own dreams and wants to move past his loss. So he wants to find someone who's worthy of the car and who'll be able to fulfill his girlfriend's dream going forward, so he can then move on. So once we win the car, the mechanic sort of is at now peace. Obviously, leaves the city to find his purpose and his dream, and we are now the top racer in the city. I'll also add a DLC as well, and the DLC will have the Blacklist #1 showing up in 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 the city, beating the competition, and then obviously our character has a showdown with the Blacklist racer, and I'll leave it up to the devs whether we beat him or not, or do we do a tie. Um, yeah, I don't know. Or whether if I have our upcoming racer beat him, I don't like to have that. For us to beat him, I think having the Blacklist race #1 beating us will stay consistent with who they are as a character. But it'll be a cool DLC, for us to go up against the iconic M3 GTR. So that's in general the story for this Need for Speed game. So the features for this game. So we'll have divisions ranked to progress through. We start off doing small time street races with affordable hatchbacks or hot hatches. Things like your Vauxhall Corsas, your Fiestas, your Golf R's, Renault Clios, things of that nature. New cars are unlocked as we progress through the divisions until we beat the high-end division, beating all races and beating all divisions. So money for races increases as the player progresses through the rank and divisions. So obviously, the small time street races, you'll earn small amounts of money, nothing crazy, and then as soon as we climb up through the divisions, the money will increase with each division. In terms of divisions, probably have five. Your sort of street racing hot hatches, then sort of sports cars, then maybe sports to sort of to hypercars, and then hypercars towards the end. And each division will have their own sort of unique personality and feel to them. The characters within these divisions will sort of reflect the cars they drive as well. So like the street races with the hot hatches, you will have like crowds of people, uh, music going on, like more street music or urban music, rap music, what you want to call it, girls dancing and whatnot. And whereas the high end races, they'll be more sophisticated. We will have high end sort of businessmen looking and watching these races, betting against racers, maybe having them in with masks and whatnot, because obviously they don't want to be known amongst other people. So give each division and sort of a different personality and flavor to them. I also want more choices of cars in Need for Speed. I think Need for Speed games have a lot of selections, but they're usually the selections are a different variation of a set car, which it feels like padding to me. But I'd rather have a way vast ranges of cars than just different models of cars, or like, and I don't need to have a Lamborghini Aventador or Huracan SVJ and another version of it, and then a Roadster version of it, and you know what I mean? Just have one set. And when it comes to customization, a game needs to have a lot more exterior customization, and I think this time around, interior customization needs to be a thing. We need to have expansive amounts of customization. I mean, other games are now coming up with and allowing you to customize the cars. But I think, if we can customize the interior, it's just another extra thing. Um, and the reason why I'll include that, I'll go on to the sort of online feature as well. That'll sort of go inside with it. But yeah, with the online stuff, I want to do like car shows, where people can obviously show off their builds and have a system in place where we can have a set players rank and judge them. Maybe create rooms and be a great way of like Need for Speed YouTubers interacting with the community, getting their community in, and having their community show off their cars, and they can then rank and judge them. It'll keep the sort of online space alive. Need for Speed Online is usually just car races, and it tends to die down. So you need something there to keep it alive. I also have pink slip races for the online, where a racer can go up to another racer, and if they both agree, they can race for their cars and put their cars on the line. I think that'll be a quite cool PvP. So those are my ideas for a Need for Speed game. Quite basic, but that's what I think. That's what I would like to see in a Need for Speed game. So if you like what I talked about here today, please feel free to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment as well of what you like to see. What would you like in a Need for Speed game? And if you have any ideas for videos, put them in the comments. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.